let's talk about finding some clarity. I mean, our modern lives are full of battles, right? Well, it turns out a conversation on a battlefield thousands of years ago might just hold the keys to helping us right now. You know that feeling, don't you? Where you're facing this huge decision and you just feel paralyzed. You're caught between doing something and doing nothing, and you just don't know which way to go. It's a feeling we all have. And what's so incredible is that one of the world's most profound texts, the Bhagavad Gita, it starts right there. It doesn't begin with all the answers. Nope. It begins with confusion, with doubt, with that exact same feeling of being completely and utterly stuck. Now, to really get the guidance here, we have to understand the setting. Because it's not just some historical event. It's a metaphor for the battlefield we all face inside our own heads. So the whole story revolves around this warrior, Arjun. He's literally on the brink of a massive battle, but he's totally overwhelmed. He looks across the field and sees friends, family, and he just freezes. He is every single one of us when we face our own tough internal conflicts. And here's what's really cool. The source we're looking at suggests we kind of take off the religious glasses for a second and see the Gita for what it truly is, a practical manual for living, a guide on how to navigate the chaos. And this is the core message, the first thing Krishna tells Arjun, and by extension, us. It's this powerful reminder that you are bigger than your problems. Your challenges, your confusion, your heartbreaks, as real and as painful as they feel, they do not define your core. You have the strength inside to overcome them.
Okay, so how do we actually tap into that strength? Well, the Gita gives some incredible practical advice. Let's break down 3 timeless lessons that you can literally start thinking about today.
First up, we've got to learn to tolerate the changing seasons. This is all about building emotional resilience. It's about learning to handle the natural cycles of life without letting them knock you off the path of your purpose. You know, we always think we just need to learn how to tolerate the bad stuff, right? The failures, the pain. And here's the twist from the Gita, we also have to learn to tolerate success, the good times. Why? Because the highest highs and the lowest lows can both be massive distractions, pulling our focus away from what we're really meant to be doing.
Think about it like the weather. Seriously. In Chicago, it can hit minus 27 degrees Celsius. It's brutally cold. But life doesn't just stop. In Delhi, it can be a blazing 43 degrees and people still go about their day. The seasons of your life, the good and the bad, they will come and go. But your mission, your purpose, that has to continue.
All right, let's move on to our second lesson. This one is all about the most powerful tool or weapon you have, your own mind. The big question is it working for you or is it working against you? The Gita presents this really stark choice. Your mind can be your greatest enemy, constantly feeding you excuses, doubts, and reasons to fail. Or, if you train it, if you take control, it can become your greatest friend, your most powerful ally, pushing you to achieve absolutely anything. And look, we all know this daily battle. You decide you're going to wake up early. The alarm goes off. And immediately, that little voice in your head starts whispering, you slept late, just 5 more minutes. That's the mind as an enemy. And right there, in that moment, you have a choice. You can listen to that voice, or you can take command. That's where your power is.
And that brings us to lesson number 3, which tackles a very, very modern problem. What do you do when you see someone else succeeding, especially if it's in the same field as you?
So often, when we see someone else doing better than us, that gut reaction is envy, insecurity. And that's a destructive path for sure. But the Gita offers this incredible reframe. What if, instead of seeing their success as a threat to you, you saw it as an inspiration for your own unique journey? The key is to look for what our source calls the X factor in others, that special, almost divine spark that makes them amazing at what they do. When you see someone just crushing it, you're not just seeing their hard work, you're witnessing their unique gift. To be envious of that is to kind of insult the gift itself, but to appreciate it, that's how you flip jealousy into genuine admiration. And all of this, all 3 of these lessons, they all point to one final unifying idea. And it's all about finding and living the one thing that you and only you are built to do. In the Gita, this is called your Dharma. And listen, this isn't about being the best in the world. It's about being your most authentic self. It's your specific duty, your unique way of contributing, the path that is perfectly aligned with your true nature. And this right here might be one of the most liberating sentences ever written. Stop trying to be someone else. It is so much better, so much more fulfilling to walk your own path, even if you stumble, than to be a perfect copy of another person. Your Dharma is yours. It's for you alone.
So as we wrap this up, the question turns back to you. Your battlefield is right here, right now. In the middle of all the confusion and all the challenges, what is the unique purpose, the Dharma, that you are here to fulfill?